Hey guys, I wanted to do a video about my experience for season 5 Sunday's Best. It was completely awesome. I really enjoyed myself. I'm gonna give you my experience, obviously. So I got there about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was a little scared because I was like, it's 1,000 cars out here. It was at the Greater Travelers Church, I believe that's what it's called. It was in Decatur, Georgia, and um, it was everybody was there. They say that black people do not get there on time. No. Everybody was there. So I kind of was like, I was supposed to get there at 1 o'clock in the morning so I could be in front of the line. Um, but no, that didn't happen because I got there at 4. Okay, so anyways, so I was gonna park into the church parking lot. They were like, no, you gotta park at Publix. So I had to like not even a block. It was like a little ways over. I believe it was like a AutoZone. I believe over there. So I had to park over in that area, and I was just like, oh man. So I sat in the car till 5 o'clock because I got scared because it was so cold outside, and I had a skirt on, and I was like, this is not gonna work. So I went in there, and well, actually I went out, I had my little chair with me. I didn't have anyone to go with me or whatever, but it was okay. It was okay. So anyways, I was by myself. I had my little chair, and I was freezing. I had my little Ugg boots on, and my heels were in my hand, and I was just determined to just get through it. So I sat there for about an hour. Then the doors were opened up, and um they gave me a piece of paper that said Sunday's Best audition and everything like that. And I was getting very excited, and we were getting close to the door. And the guy was like, okay, IDs, IDs. And I was like, IDs. So I had to actually, I had put my heels on at this point where we're by the door because I thought I was going to go in. I had to take off my heels, throw them by a tree, then put on the boots and run to my car because I was so freaked out. I was thinking, if I don't get in this line within 5 minutes, I'm going to miss my opportunity. And I didn't want that. So I didn't run because I'm not a good runner, but I kind of walked fast to my car. Now, mind you, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I've already been sitting and I had nothing to eat. I still haven't eaten yet, and it's 12:30. I haven't even eaten anything yet. So I'm rushing to the car. I get to my purse because I left my purse in there. I don't leave my purse usually, but I just left my purse this time because I didn't want everything in there. And I kind of figured if anybody breaks into my car to get to my purse, they're going to be very discouraged because there's not going to be any money in there. So anyways, I was like, whatever, keep my purse. So I got to the car. I dumped my purse out into the seat. I'm looking for my ID, and my wallet is not in there. So I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to do? So I sat there, and I really felt discouraged at that moment because I was just like, I drove all the way to Decatur, Georgia for nothing, and I was just sitting there, and I just was like, okay, well, I'll go home. I'll just go home. I'll just go home. I'll just go home. And something in me told me, don't be discouraged. It's a way. It's a way. So at this point, I'm looking under my seats for my ID. I'm looking under the car for the ID. I'm looking under the hood for the ID. And that still small voice said, look in the trunk. I opened the trunk, and there was an old YMCA, um, and I mean old because the YMCA, it's very old when I first moved here, in a bag sitting there, my ID with my face. It was a terrible picture, but my picture, my name, I said, glory to God. I was so excited because I was like, Lord, thank you. So I got the ID, I closed the trunk, the purse was already in, I slammed the door and ran for my life. I got there, I ran back to the spot, and I was like, oh my God, I hope these people don't beat me up for skipping them. And the guy was like, you're finally back, because it took me about 20 minutes to get back. It was terrible. But the favorite guy was on my life, and I went right on through. I sat there, I took pictures and stuff like that. It was a great experience. Overall, it was a great experience. Again, this was season 5, um, auditions in Atlanta, and I got through the line, and they had us go into, well, we had us in a church. We were sitting there. We had to fill out more paperwork, and after that, we went into a little room, and it was great. Everybody sung. Everybody did a great job. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience. I am not going to be on season 5, as you can see. But overall, I loved everything. And it was another girl, that was behind me that sang way better than me. She sang Amazing Grace. It was completely awesome. And she sang and they didn't call, and she was just like devastated. She was like, I don't understand, and that's not how I want people to feel. I am absolutely not at all discouraged by my experience. If anything, I'm very empowered by it. I gave my best. And at the end of the day, that's it. You know what I mean? And I just want to encourage people, just because something doesn't happen when you want it to happen doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. God is not a man that he shall lie. And whatever he says that he's going to do for you and your purpose in life is going to come to pass. You got to stay faithful. You got to stay prayed up. You got to keep fasting. You got to keep believing in him to do what he's going to do. So I am not discouraged. I'm going to continue to be a gospel artist. I'm going to continue to do what I want to do. And, and it's so funny because someone came up to me after I had sang, and they were like, you sound very R&B. And I'm not saying that they were the devil. I'm not saying that or anything like that, because R&B, that's its own thing. But I will say that it's so funny how the enemy works. At that moment, you would think that I would be discouraged, but I was actually excited and happy that I gave 100%. And the next thing you hear is somebody saying you should be singing R&B or hip hop, which is something that I'm not interested in doing right now. Do I listen to R&B? Yeah, duh. I listen to a radio. You know what I mean? But that's not what my heart is for. My heart is to sing for God, and that's what I'm going to do regardless of this. And even though I didn't make it through Sunday's Best, I know that God, I believe that God, I have no doubt in my mind that God has something better for me. So I just want to encourage you that just because something doesn't happen when you want it to happen doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. You have to believe, you have to keep trusting, you have to keep praying, you have to keep fasting, you have to keep just being who you are. Just be who you are. And I'm going to continue to be who I am. And I'm just excited. I'm going to go deeper in God. I want to keep praying. I'm going to continue to do what I got to do. And I just encourage you guys. I don't want to keep talking and keep going on and on. But I just want to encourage someone out there. Just keep doing what you got to do. This is an experience. I got professional people looking at me and telling me what they think that I should do differently. And, as long as you give your best, all you can do. So I just want to make this little video about my experience. And I congratulate everyone that has come out to the Atlanta audition. And I think the next one they're going to have is, I want to say Missouri. I don't want to say because I'm not really sure. But I know it's on the 21st. So I just encourage you to continue to keep doing it, keep dreaming, keep believing that whatever you want to happen is going to happen. So other than that, I just want to do my little video because I had a lot of friends like, I'm going to go kill somebody at Sunday's Best. I'm like, no, it's going to be okay. Like, it's okay. So, whatever, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. One door closes, another window opens, all that good stuff. I'm excited today. I don't know what I'm going to do today. But anyways, I wanted to make a video. And that's about it. So you guys keep being encouraged. Keep God first. And everything will fall into place. Have a blessed